Hey guys, Parfax here. Today we have a new build series for you. So, as you see in the title of this build series is going to be So You Wanna 1vx. And basically, what we're going to do here is kind of a teaching 1vx type of build series. Now, for those of you that don't know, in my olden days, I used to 1vx pretty often. I used to be in Cyrodiil all the time by myself, killing 1, 2, 3, 4 people, 5 people, 6 people. It's really, I don't want to say simple, but there's kind of a way you go about it. It kind of makes it a lot simpler than it actually looks. But coming back to the game, I'm a little bit rusty, so I really need to brush up on my skills. And what this series is going to teach you is how to go from somebody that can't 1vx, which right now would not be very good at it. And we're going to go through the step-by-step process of how I get ready to start 1vxing. So for all of you that responded to my, video or my content or my poll and was like, I can't 1vx, but I'd really love to 1vx. This is the build series for you. So we're going to start here on the Stamina Nightblade. This is the character that a lot of you guys love as well, but it's got the probably highest learning curve out of any of the any of the classes, but also has the highest ceiling, which means we have a lot of room to grow. You can use this sort of build series to do any type of class. You can do magic, stamina, it doesn't matter. Some are going to have better times than others. Some are easier to do than others. But any class can 1vx. You just got to kind of get your combos down and get everything down. Now, I want to talk a little bit about 1vxing. So, what 1vxing actually is it's not one person versus 2, 4, 8, 10 people. It's actually one person in a series of duels. Most of the time, when someone 1vx's, it is essentially, if there's 5 people, 5 duels. And how this is actually accomplished is mainly by spacing. So for instance, if I'm over here and I have 5 people on me right here, I need to find a way to get these 5 people to where they're not 5 people, to where they're 1 person or maybe 2 people. So what you'll do is things like you'll dodge roll, you'll run really fast over here, or maybe have a shade back here. You'll lure somebody back here because not everybody's going to have the same movement speed. And someone's going to run over here, and you're just like, obviously you're not going to use a skill, but, boom. You one combo somebody, you got him dead. Now, you've essentially had a 1v1. You've killed this person before the next person has even come around the corner. So, and if you watch a lot of 1vx videos, they basically, unless you're running like a bomber build, and that's not really a 1vx, that's just a bombing build, is you essentially turn however many people, if it's 10 people, you try to turn it into 10 1v1s. And with having said that, I'm going to talk about something that the great Cypher PK, for those of you that don't know, Cypher was one of the OG streamers that streamed ESO. You probably know him from playing Fortnite if you've watched it. He's pretty big on Twitch now, but he started really getting his career going here in Elder Scrolls, and he had a really good saying. One of his sayings was, you don't 1vx people of the same skill. What that means is you have to, you'll 1vx people that, to put it very bluntly, aren't as good as you. So what that means is you've got to get yourself to a place where you are better than the majority of other players. You're not going to be able to 1vx very well if you lose in 50% of your 1v1s in Cyrodiil. So keep that in mind. I know a lot of people are like, well, just run to Cyrodiil and do that stuff. That's good, but you've got to find a way to, even if you're not doing duels, find a way to improve your PvP skill. Now, another thing I'll touch on is Battlegrounds. And I had recently help with, or from Grimforge, which I'll put his YouTube channel down in the description below. He helped me out a lot with a section or sort of my Nightblade. And I was like, man, Grim, I got my MMR really high because I was running this really cool bow build. And now I'm just having a hard time on my Stamina Nightblade. Because I basically had put myself in a MMR bracket with one build. And then I was swapping to a completely different playstyle that I essentially wasn't good at anymore. At least comparatively to where my MMR was. So he took me into Battlegrounds and we talked about a couple things. And what I'm going to do for you guys is we're going to kind of go over and we're going to have a specific builds, or not specific builds. We're going to have like basic builds that we're going to run. And the reason why I'm on a level 27 is we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. Grim has a great video about the kind of path you need to take to get really good at PvP. So essentially what you need to do to 1vx is just to get good at PvP. Once you have the skill to beat most people in duels, you will have the skill to 1vx. It's really that simple. Now, there's going to be a lot of things that you'll have to deal with, you know, spacing and how to separate people from the pack and how to, you know, take a bunch of pressure and still survive. Those are things that I need to practice, and those are things you will see me practice throughout this build series. So the reason why, again, I started here with level, it was obviously level 1, but he's 27, is I'm going to get him up to 50. I'm going to get all the skill points he needs, all that good stuff. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with a basic set of gear. You do not want to go with proc sets because, like Grim says, basically proc sets will hinder you from actually learning the fundamentals. With proc sets, they give you so much free damage, you don't have to learn to combo correctly. You can basically just kill people. It gives you so much free damage, especially in low MMR. You'll just shred through your opponents. You'll get 30 and 40, you know, kills and matches, and you'll feel absolutely godlike. And then you'll reach a point where the people who weren't running proc sets are now up to your skill level, and they're going to start beating you repeatedly because you didn't take the time to learn the fundamentals. And then you'll get to a point where you're in the MMR that you're in. It's extremely hard to learn the fundamentals because people are just essentially better than you. They practice the right way, and they did the right things and they got better. So that's kind of a little overview of what's going to happen. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this first little video. We're going to go over in the next one. We're going to go over specific builds for the Magic Nightblade. We're going to go over skills. We're going to go into Battlegrounds, and I'm going to take you, and we're going to have kind of a voiceover, and I'm going to show you exactly what type of things you should be doing in Battlegrounds, how to improve, what things to do. We're going to go over all that kind of stuff. But if I were to assign you guys essentially homework, if you want to follow along and have fun and really truly learn to 1vx, one, we don't want to take shortcuts. We don't want to start just putting on our proc sets. We don't want to do that because, especially if you're running a new character like this, you do not need proc sets to kill people. And if you do, you really don't want to put the proc sets on because you've really got to learn how to correctly PvP, especially on the Stamina Nightblade. So if I was to give you homework, I would say to make a new character, get the skill points they need, get them to 50, and start practicing. If you have a buddy, maybe start 1v1 in them. I do like to always try to 1v1 somebody that's better than me, but obviously if you have a buddy, one of you is going to have to, PvP somebody that's either equal or lesser skilled than them. But I always find that it is better to 1v1 somebody that is better than you, because then it gives you a lot better place to really look at what you need to do, and you can start really learning each class. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. This video's been about 10 minutes long. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The series is really going to start up. How about we do every Tuesday? Every Tuesday, we'll at least do a build update. This video is going to come out here on Tuesday, which I think is going to be like the 7th of June, something like that. We'll try to put a build video out every Tuesday, as long as we have some form of progression to get to and something to kind of give you guys that is going to be beneficial. If you didn't see my last video, I've had a speed bug on some of my characters, which kind of hinders me. But I don't think I have it on this character. I haven't tested it, but he looks to be all good. So I'm going to work on this character. We're going to get started, and we're going to get builds ready and get you ready to start getting out there and 1vxing. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you have any questions, put them down in the comment section down below. I'll be happy to answer them. I answer pretty much every comment unless it's just really, really, really troll or really just kind of, you know, not smart. So again, if you want to watch me on Twitch, I do stream at twitch.tv/Parfaxgaming. I stream there every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. If anything changes, I also will post it on my Twitter account, which you can find in the description below. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.